Hi, BellsOnBoots here. I hope you're excited for session 2 of the Wilting Wars. One thing to note is that we have a 5th player, Gladio, that will be joining us. That technically was in the first session as a NPC, but we had another player want to join the campaign, and they decided that they wanted to play as that character. There is a scene that was not recorded, that was part of our session 0 that I had with this player one-on-one, where we did a vision with their father, the king of Crocosmia, and that unfortunately isn't recorded. But it was beautiful and cool and amazing. So just imagine that as we get into session 2 of the Wilting Wars. Thanks. Bye. You look up, Gladio, and you see these 4 massive balls of fire. And you just feel the heat. They are a mile away, but you can feel the heat making you sweat from this distance. What do you do in this split second?
I think the first thought is to run back inside and, I don't know, hope for the best. If it's
And you hear screams, and you hear the yells of people in fear as these things are summoned out of the sky. You turn and look over your shoulder, and it's a sunny day. It's past noon, maybe 3 p.m. The sun should be shining through that doorway you just ran from, but it is blocked out by a meteor incomprehensible with its size as it blocks that doorway, and then you just feel a earth-shattering quake as your body and the entire castle is crashed into by one of these meteors from the meteor swarm. The last thing you hear is the sounds of your countrymen, your civilians, crying for help. And that moment of your father telling you that peace can be so fickle just replays in your head as you look over your shoulder.
Yeah.
You are in a series of rubble right now. We will cut to the rest of the party right now. The rest of you. Devastation. Meteors dropped. We ended with Briar, you walking towards the gate of the city that is acting as a frame, a picture frame to fire. And you see people running out of it, ablaze, trying to jump into the moat of this area outside the castle. As you stumble, all of you were heavily damaged by just shrapnel that came and hit you. Bits of stone and rocks, but you all stand up. You leveled up and you're at full hit points. All of you stand up in this moment and see this devastation ahead of you. Before we get to everybody else's reactions, Belladonna, as you look at the flames, you're just waking up from being unconscious. You look at just this fire and inferno ahead of you, and your dreams are immediately filled with the same fire and inferno from your past. And all you hear in your head is a simple voice ask you, would you like to forget? And then your brain just flashes with all of these terrible memories of your father decimating entire cities, having multiple people as prisoners, and then making the order to execute them, throwing them into this abyssal darkness of a portal. You have these visions that you witness. You have these visions of being hunted by your own family. You have visions of being burned. And this just is being flashed into your head. And it's asked again, do you want to forget?
No.
Okay. And as you shake out of that, you come to consciousness with everybody else. Everybody, you see this devastation. What would you like to do?
I know Briar is going to head toward the castle because he needs to go see if the Reed Warden is alive, basically.
I think I look to Roseo and I'm like, is your father not in the castle right now?
No, my father stayed behind. But my step family is, and I better go check on them, despite their dreadfulness.
Was he not the one who was calling the Concord of the Blooms? Or has he not reached?
No. Because I know that he stayed behind because there was some threat of like Was it the Dark Pegasus or something, or the?
Uh,
It was something that like kept him back.
Your
out
father,
of-
your father did order the Concord of the Blooms, but he didn't feel safe to leave the kingdom of Ambrosia,
There we
as the threat was already at your door, and he feared of war coming at any moment. So he wanted to stay behind and defend his home with his men if needed. You would know that your stepbrother, Oleander, also stayed with him, but your stepmother and your stepsister were expected at the Concord of Blooms meeting, and then you and Hyacinth were doing your own thing.
Thank you.
I
Bells.
look, and I say, regardless, I think we need to go to the castle. There's too many people there in danger.
Briar's hoofing it.
Okay.
I offer a hand to Bella. Dear, are you all right?
I don't know. I just
You need-
feel a little weak.
Do you need
And,
any healing? Any help?
Bella would look at the fires, the inferno, and all the destruction that seemed to appear before her, and seem completely shooken to her core. She would revert inwardly, and seem to stammer and stumble in shock at this time. However, she would move closer to the party, trying to seek comfort with people at least that she thinks would be able to console her in this moment.
I definitely I'm like, there, dear. I put my arm around her and I motion towards the captain. Captain, lead us there. Go as fast as you can. We're right behind you.
Okay, yeah. I'll go as fast as Briar can toward the castle.
You enter the castle gates. You all were unconscious for a bit, so we'll say maybe a handful of minutes, maybe 15 minutes has gone by. The fires are raging in a lot of the spaces, but it's a spell that impacts, and then it's not like a constant blaze, so things are immediately starting to settle down. But there was such an immense amount of heat that it seemed like anybody that wasn't in full cover from a building or indoors, or it was immediately eviscerated. You walk through and you just see shadows of the shapes of people on the floor all around you. You walk by a tree that is in complete blaze, not a single leaf on it, but the trunk, which still stands, you can see the shadow of two people against the trunk. And you just see, you try not to count and think of what this means as you walk through this space. Nobody is really acting. There is more of just a general wailing in the streets. But you do see it seems like not all of these soldiers were hit by this blast. You could see that the 4, not 3, meteor swarms, 1 hit the castle, 1 hit the river, and then 2 went for the courtyard where all of the young men and women were partaking in the ceremony celebrating their ancestors who fought in the last war. But you do see not everybody was impacted by this. You see a contingent of soldiers that seems to be relatively okay, and you can see that they are running around trying to pull people out of buildings and lifting rubble. Go ahead and give me perception checks, the 4 of you.
Hey.
Absolutely.
Oof.
Please beyond today.
Jesus Christ. I am getting the physical dice out.
You still have hay fever, buddy.
Oh god. So much smoke.
Bells, as we move over the water area, if we ever go that general direction, can we see if the water is still flowing through the city?
Yeah, you don't even need a perception check for that specifically. As you cross over, you can see that the water is heavily obfuscated, as there's a massive meteor in the way that's kind of exploded in the space. But you can see that the river is still impacted, as it's now trying to fill this void that was created. But you can see it's still continuing to flow through. It's just a little delayed and a little rerouted in a sense. Okay, and we had a 12 from Mr. Rosio, and not great rolls from everyone else, except for Melicius. Melicius, you look over at that group of soldiers and you recognize them to be begonia soldiers. You can see bits of pink cloth. You can see that some of them were heavily hit by this, but you do see with a 26 that these are begonia soldiers, and you can see them running to the aid of some soldiers that are by the castle walls that look like they were impacted. And with a 26, go ahead and give me an insight check as well.
Yeah, for sure. Oof. Not as good.
Yeah, you see this begonia soldier rush up to this Crocosmia guard who's in all red and begin to like shake him, and it seems like the Crocosmia guard is not making it.
And the begonia soldiers are the only ones like alive that I can see right now.
The only one's active.
Gotcha. I guess with that insight check, I don't really think much of it in the moment, but I am keeping in mind of that piece of cloth of begonia fashion that we found, but too much going on to think much of it right now.
Do you just keep moving?
I think with that insight check, I probably wouldn't share that yet, just because I wouldn't be sure.
Briar, are you leading everybody towards the castle?
Yeah, I'm just walking with just a singular, focus. I'm not trying to be cold or callous to the situation, but Briar is trying to keep his mind focused on one thing, and that's making sure that his commander is safe and sound. And he's just focusing on just kind of moving through the people. Like if it's in the way of him getting to where he needs to go, he's going to help move it and stuff like that. And he's like, okay, I gotta go. I have something I gotta do.
Yes. And you would know that the Grieve Warden, or the Reeve, gosh,
The Reed Warden.
titles. The Reed Warden, Caldra Grievegrass, was expected at the Concord of Blooms meeting, which was expected to be happening basically now. Or at least somewhere very recently in the last hour. And it was about meeting to band together against these Wyvern Lords to the north. They seem to be bolstering their numbers with offlanders potentially. And so that Caldra Grievegrass from Graminus was expected. The king, Patalis Crocosmia, was expected, along with the king of Begonia, Belagard Begonia, and then the queen and princess of Amaryllis, or of the Amaryllis family from Ambrosia, and then also from Rosatia, Helfreti, along with Mel, but you were unable to attend due to being engaged, and Romadio Gallica from Rosatia as well, the current leader of the Red Rose House. And so those are all members that were expected in this meeting, and you think that it was happening at this point. So you are rushing into the castle then. Nobody really stops you, as there is so much devastation going on, but you do get to the edge of the castle where there is no longer a front door or gate or anything like that. It's been heavily damaged, and it looks like there's a hole next to it that was made by some guards that have blasted through in order to get back into the castle and help people get out, and then also to form a defensive point. And you see there's a couple of guards who see you approach, and immediately you can see that they are shaking. They seem to be younger men and women, human, and they are just visibly shaking, and they were just like, who are you?
I come in there with my my hand on my sword, and not in my sword is sheathed on my hip and stuff like that. I walk in, I put my hand up in peace and stuff like that, and I'm like, Captain Briar Thornhelm. And as I'm walking through the fog and stuff like that, I'm going to see these young soldiers, and I just kind of want to look at them and be like, you're doing a good job. Stay focused. Stay calm.
What regiments are you from, sir?
Gramercy. Where are the leaders? Can you tell me that, son?
They are supposed to be inside, but I don't know if they're. I don't know anything. I just, somebody told me to guard this hole.
You're doing a great job. As I look at him and I'm trying to comfort him and stuff like that, I'm trying to reassure him. You're gonna be fine. Stay calm. breathe, do your job, focus on what you can do now. Don't worry about what's going on. Focus on your task. You'll be fine. You'll save lives. And I'm gonna move forward into the castle.
He does not stop you. Okay, and they fully let you go in. Your amount of confidence and military knowledge, and very clearly with your armor, you are known to be a high-ranking officer of Graminus. So they let you through. They also physically could not stop you. Yes, so you rush through, and you begin to hear just the crumbling of dirt and rubble. We'll cut to Chase, your character. You are severely buried by rubble. You wake up from these visions you've been having, and you don't even know if this is real, but you smell that bit of burning flesh, and you look down, and you recognize that it's coming from something just past your knee, and you realize it's you. Your ankle is fully ablaze as a chunk of the meteor swarm has landed on your ankle, and you're too in shock to even notice it.
Oh no.
I will try to free myself.
Give me a strength check.
Athletics?
Yes, that'll do.
Cool.
There we
Oh.
go.
Oh, there you go.
A dirty 20 will definitely do it. You are a strong lad, and you haven't been taking too many days off. You've been preparing for your role in body and in mind, and you are able to free yourself from this amount of rubble. And the rest of you hear the sounds of rubble being moved further into the castle. Gladio, you recognize as you look around your space that the second and third floor of the castle do not exist anymore. And somehow you fell from the fourth floor balcony, and you are at the ground floor. And you just take in this space as you are in basically the entry space.
What the hell happened? I'm gonna severely injured. I'm gonna start looking around and see if I can find my father or sister.
Okay. The rest of you hear a voice coming from deeper in.
You'll see in very dirtied, torn, and burnt are more like wearing like regal. I got the screenshot. Put it in the group chat. He's wearing like regal clothes, sort of over lightly armored underside of it, like under it. I don't know if I would have my equipment, like the shield and spear, but around his ankle is very burnt and very bruised with that. He's got fair skin, like a dirty brown hair. Got semi-pointed ears, like maybe not entirely human raced, and I don't think he's and very in shock. Probably hasn't really noticed you guys specifically. It's like, oh, there's people, not who I'm looking for. Currently, just starting frantically looking around.
Yeah, you would recognize.
Hey.
Yeah, you would recognize Rosio as you had met earlier this day. But beyond that, you maybe had known the rest of the group by name, but you maybe not have met them directly. Except for the elf woman. Everybody else you would recognize and likely know them by name.
With the shock, it's not in his mind. He's probably start looking around.
It also probably doesn't help Roseo is yelling at you. Do you need healing?
Why are you yelling at him?
I'm panicking. I don't know where my family is.
Maybe I'm finding my own family. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Guys, I would say, Gladio, you would know that likely you have no idea where your sister is. But you know your father would have been in the Concord of Blooms, which is deep underground through a series of tunnels that you would know where they are. So you could start heading towards that if you would like.
Yeah, okay. Start taking some deep breaths. The thoughts are starting to rush in the head. Not still panicked, but a bit more in control. Starts to recollect himself. Okay.
What have you done to my family?
I don't know. Rosio, I think I know where they are. They would have been in a meeting at underground. Most likely would have been safe. I don't know where my sister is. That's one of my main worries.
Isn't his sister with my sister at the what's it called? Fortress.
I made way too many princesses. You have not met, we have not met Princess Salvia yet. She is older. The princess that is with your stepsister Hyacinth is Pinea Festuca, who is the princess of Graminus.
Okay. Too many princesses.
Too many princesses.
Too much royalty. Who knows? But yeah.
It's Gladio. Can you take us to where the Concord was meant to happen? We need to. If they don't know, we need to as soon as possible.
Yes,
My lord, we need to make sure that the leadership is still intact.
Yes, I can lead us there.
You go down a series of hallways, and you can hear like commotion, people running around, but nobody intercepts you or anything. A couple of soldiers see you, Gladio, and be like, "My prince, you're safe. Good. Orders, please."
Where's the king?
I don't know. He should still be below. What should we do?
They're trying to find survivors. The top, was it the third and fourth floor, are no longer there, is what I was told.
Yeah, half the castle is just completely gone.
Yeah, half the castle's gone. Just find survivors, find anyone you can. Start trying to take control if you can. Just we need to find some stability around. It's chaos right now.
Yes. You heard.
Yeah, I'm leading this group to where the king is meeting. We'll try to find out what's happening there.
Very good. We shall step out into the populace and see what survivors we can wrangle. We shall make some sort of refuge in the rubble. God. And you see them just run off. And you see you're still in this center area, and you can see the whole front castle wall is just gone, and you can see these group of like 4 men and women rush out into this populous space, and they immediately start seeing a group of survivors that seem to be relatively unscathed. And you can see Belladonna, you could see this from now, and everybody else could. The chapel of Saloon, this massive religious church with this huge bell tower, it looks like the bell tower collapsed, but it seems like the fact that it collapsed seemed to provide some sort of structure and safety, as the people in that square next to the church seem to be relatively unscathed, as you see these group of soldiers run after them and start asking for their aid, as well as they see that everyone's okay, and they start to break off to different parts of the city as you all delve into the castle depths. You go down a series of spiral staircases that go very deep underground. And as you go down, it feels stuffy. Like, something about the air feels like nauseating, especially to Mel and especially to Belladonna. It just feels weird as you enter into this space. Like you got like a headache, and it feels like you're having trouble concentrating and stuff. And as you go deeper into the space, the walls turn into a very dark, you're not sure if it's stone or metal, and there's just torches on the wall as you go down. Gladio, you are taking charge with Briar at your side as you go down. And you would know that this lower space is meant for no arcane interference at all. So there is no casting of any magic. That is completely not possible down here. Doesn't matter if it's teleportation or healing. It is a anti-magic zone.
Oh God! Oh no!
Also,
That's my whole shtick.
yes, I understand, but also, my Gladio's probably been walking a limp this whole time, because
You didn't take my healing.
I said maybe.
Yellings.
I said maybe. Like I said, I answered in shock. But yes, I am
If you had
very
said maybe,
injured.
then I definitely healed you.
Okay,
I wouldn't have. If I heard a maybe, I wouldn't have given you time to answer anything else.
Yeah, you went upstairs and
Cool.
were like, oh, we should do this before we go down there.
Yeah. While I was yelling at him, here, take this healing. Don't resist. Bye.
There'd be like a sign that says, "Beyond ye here, magic zone D9." We're all sitting there eating like power bars before we go in. Like, well, we're gonna do this, right?
You guys, I'm gonna be pretty useless now.
Yeah, don't worry.
Else
I only
people.
had like 2 health, so I'll take it.
That's 11. So
If I had bonus action summon a packed weapon and walked past that point, what would happen?
I think if it's already summoned and it's a physical weapon by that point, it would remain in your hand by that point.
Okay, it's going to be my staff currently.
Okay.
I'll do that thing with Shillelagh. Just quick question of before. I don't know if you want me to make like a perception check or something, but would I have noticed those other survivors all are kind of coming from a similar city, or are they just like a mixed group of people who survived?
Those survivors that were near the temple seem to be people from all different parts of the kingdom. Just anybody who happened to be at that church or somewhere near it. So it wasn't specifically a group of people.
Gotcha. Cool.
And DM, can I take one of the torches out of one like the wall sconces?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And just to make you aware, that'll be I will sling my shield, so my armor class will go from 20 to 18 now.
Ooh, yummy. Okay.
not fun when the DM says that.
Want to give him something to bite.
Okay.
So, does magic stay as we cast and go in, or does it cancel out? What would I know this?
It would cancel out magical effects. So I would think that Belladonna's your summoning weapon in your hand, but it's still a physical, tangible thing.
Yeah, it's like a weapon in a kind of like a different area you summon it to. If it was
Right.
an already set item.
But if you were trying to summon it while down here, then it wouldn't work. And I would think even Shillelagh, that the concentration on that spell would dissipate as you enter into the space. You still have your club quarterstaff.
Gotcha.
So my mage armor is just poof.
Yes.
One thing with my staff, Bells, is that the head of the staff is going to be much larger, almost like a maul or large hammer.
Interesting. Okay.
I probably would have, on the way down, acquired my spear and shield.
Yeah, you could have definitely grabbed your gear, or just, those guards had stuff. You could have just been like, gimme.
I probably had my shield on me, I just didn't have my spear. But
Fantastic.
yeah, I would have grabbed the spear from him.
You all start heading down into the depths of this space. You come into the hallway. And everybody go ahead and make perception checks, all 5 of you, if you would.
Let go.
Ooh,
-1.
Nat 20.
0. No, that's a 6. That's
13.
5.
I'm not a wisdom character.
All of you rush into this hallway. And you can tell you're getting closer just by, you can see some bodies, but they seem to be, very low-ranking people that died from the impact of the devastating terrorist attack. But, further into the castle, you saw, people were dragging people, but now you see bodies from combat. Just a couple. And Melicius, as you go in here, you hear a stifled cough, something that is meant to be hidden. And with that nat 20, you see hiding behind a dead body with a nat 20, you would see that he is pretending to be dead. A individual that you know to be Helfreti Noctebel.
Oh my god! I will look to Bella, and I'll look to the captain. I'm like, Captain, can you for a second?
Yeah, of course.
I will go to Helfredi, and I'll be like, you Thorn, what happened?
Where have you been?
We were. Ari has been. Okay. Ari has been kidnapped. What happened here? Were you attacked?
Yes.
By who?
I don't know how they got down here. My intelligence must have been entirely wrong. The meeting started just fine, Mel. But Romadeo is dead. So is the king.
Oh God.
The only thing that protected me and anybody else down there was Culture Griefgrass. She even without a weapon, she was a monster.
Oh my God.
Is the warden alive?
I don't know. I ran and cowered in this man's blood.
Is the king's body still there?
I would hope so.
Helfredi,
Okay.
do you want to come with us, or would you like to leave?
I will stay here. No, I do not want to go further.
Okay.
Understandable.
This is a brave party we have here. We will go see what we can do, but Helfredi, after this, I need you to know Ari has been kidnapped. You of all people know what it's like to lose the leaders of our house. It's happened to us once, and we can't let this happen again. As
Don't
soon as
worry.
we get over here and sort this, you need to help me find Ari, okay?
I'm sorry, friend. I'm sorry.
This is what we were created for. This is why the florists were created. We were created because we lost our leaders. We can't let this happen again.
You see him kind of shake himself out of it. You are correct. I will do my duty. Yes, I will try to find out what I can. There should have been some thorns stationed here. I should know them by name. I should be able to find them. I will do what I can, friend.
Much as you're a thorn in my butt, you can be a thorn in other people's butt, and I think we need that right now. Make those spies of good use. And I walk off with the rest of the group. I'm like, let's find the rest of them.
Okay.
Yeah, my father is dead. It's crazy.
You keep.
You're taking
walking.
that surprisingly well. No, it's just a shock. It's a shock. Oh, I understand.
I knew I was soon to be king. This isn't how I want to be it. I'm adding it to pile to process later. This ain't the time to be panicking.
That's the truth.
You keep going down this hallway. It's long. And you look back and it's so dark with the walls being made of this dark stone that you can no longer see or hear Helfreti. You could hear them like start to grumble and stand up, and the sounds of them stepping up a staircase and then just running as fast as they possibly can. And then after a while you keep moving and there's just a stillness in the air. Never were really good at rolling, was I? You hear the unsheathing of weapons.
Oh no.
Oh,
I'm going to need all of you to roll initiative.
Ooh.
My stealth
And this is
checks
where
were
Rodeo-
2, 4, 6.
Oh my God.
And this is
Is that
where
in my
Rosero's
phone?
stories end, as he is unable to do anything magical.
And
And his
we're
armor class is 13.
Oh no.
I got a 5.
And no
I got
shield. Oh, I'm screwed.
Okay.
and we're in a place with an anti-magic field, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
It's totally fine.
Hey.
With you guys don't even have that much magic.
my cantrips, you know, the damage.
I am very bad with using the initiative tracker. Okay, 13 from Belladonna. Wonderful.
18.
And let me add them to the initiative. Okay, they got a 15.
0.
That wouldn't be fun for me. Okay. Mel, with that nat 20 earlier with your perception check, as you walk through this space, it was interesting as you first entered where Halfredi was, there were bodies. But as you got to here, it seemed eerily clean. And that sets you off as you can just smell some sort of prestidigitation magic. And as you think that, you just hear the subtlest noise of a spear being gripped and an arrow being cocked. And you snap into action as you can sense that there are 4 people behind these pillars. None of them succeeded with their hide checks, so they are very visible as they are just standing with bright pink clothing behind these pillars. Mel, what would you like to do?
Gotcha. And so Shillelagh seems like it's not working. My staff looks normal as ever.
Yes, it seems like a normal
Gotcha.
wooden staff.
Which one? Can I see which one was holding the spear?
They all have spears and bows.
Okay, gotcha. In that case, I don't have control of my token, but I would move up to this one right here. You mess with the thorns, you get the thorns, and I'm gonna throw my caltropes down underneath.
In that space between you?
Yeah. I'll put it right in between us. So that'll be my action, and then bonus action. I don't think I can really do anything. Just for shits and gigs, I'll try casting Shillelagh again to see if anything's changed and just be frustrated, like, come on, and like tapping my staff on the ground.
Give me a wisdom check. Nat 20, you can cast a spell.
Oh,
Third nat 20 in a row would be insane, but
let's go. Let's do it.
Dirty 20?
Do it.
Oh, dirty 20. That's a dirty 20.
20.
God!
That's my turn.
Unfortunately, does not work. Rosio, you feel very vulnerable in this space. As you entered into the space, Mel was telling Halfredi, like, we have a very capable troop, and you suddenly feel very incapable. What are you doing?
This magic only wielding Disney prince as character is gonna be like, well, I'm glad Father taught me to always be ready. And then I pull out a light crossbow, kind of like a gun, and it unfolds, and I'm just like, I'm so prepared. And then I shoot my crossbow.
Daddy brought his Glock.
I'm always ready. I'm glad I picked that up. I didn't know you were gonna do this to me.
Always be prepared.
Honestly, yeah. I'm going to. Which one's closer? I don't want one to run up.
Probably your. I'll be honest. I'm going for the top right.
Okay.
So. Worry
Okay, I'll
about the
shoot
back
top
line.
up. Okay. I'll shoot at
the
this
guy
one
who's running right at you.
then. Oh, a 20?
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Yay! Listen, I'm not used to rolling regular. I usually have advantage. 11 damage.
11 damage is phenomenal.
Nice.
Nice.
Rosio, you have a moment where you go, man, magic is really great. I don't know what I'm going to do about it. Oh, yeah. Sharp thing into throat. That is
Yes.
actually functional. As you fire this crossbow bolt, you don't finish him, but you shoot this guy right into the shoulder. What seems to be a crest of begonia. And pierces them right into the chest. They just go, gah! And they start to charge at you. Anything else on your turn?
What do I even do? I'm just gonna chill. I have nothing else I can do.
If you want to try to cast magic, you could try to do what Mel did and try to roll for a nat 20. You could also try to investigate whatever charm is used to do that effect. If you want to do
Oh,
an
on
Arcana
the.
check.
Sure, I'll do an Arcana check. At a 15.
With a 15, you would understand that while there's no magic down here, that is due to a magical effect. So it's a magical effect that is canceling out other ones, and you think that has to be done by something. Magic needs a source and it needs a power, and somewhere in this room there is likely either a rune that you could shatter that could cancel the effect, or there's a power source you could shatter to get magic to be functional. Either in this whole space or just isolated just to you, depending on what you do. So you would notice that with the 15.
Can I tell? Or I guess I would have to roll perception.
Yeah, that'd be
to
a perception check next turn.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say next turn. Alrighty, thank you.
Okay. But you do, I'll just say that something pulls you towards the pillars.
Ooh.
Okay. That takes us to Gladio. You see these soldiers pounce out from behind these pillars, ready to engage. What are you doing?
I'm going to charge him.
Okay.
Slash or stab with the spear. A 7 to hit.
That will unfortunately miss.
I remembered, oh hey, I don't get the thing that makes me hit better till 3, the subclass.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm talking about now.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I would say, like, honestly, you could still consider this to be a finesse weapon for this session.
Ooh.
I'm fine with that.
And that's a 9.
Oh, that's still gonna miss, unfortunately. And as you run up to this guy who has a what looks to be like a pike, he makes a strike at you with a feature. Does a 15? Does a 19 hit?
Miss.
19
Ooh.
misses. Okay.
20 armor class.
Okay, so you block this with your shield as they try to strike down at you. Okay. That
Not
takes
today.
us to the Begonia soldiers. The one next to you, Mel, is actually going to disengage and run away a bit, and then is going to take a shot at you with a longbow.
Howard.
That's going to be a 16 to hit.
Ooh, miss.
Okay, that'll miss. That's their one action, and this one is going to rush at. Thinking these people are squishy, is going to run over here and see Belladonna first, and try to make a strike with a pike. A 10-foot reach. That's a natural 1. So he literally gets his pike. It's so long that it gets stuck between 2 pillars, and you see him just go, okay, and then just has to, like, it's like a dog trying to carry a stick through a doorway, as this person gets completely stuck and then goes the right way and tries to stab you, completely whiffs. Not great.
Not very graceful, are we?
This one with you, Gladio, is going to disengage and take a step. Actually, it saw your strike. It's actually not going to take a disengage. So you can make an opportunity attack if you would like.
Yeah.
As he steps away.
No? Cool.
And then they're going to stab at you. That's going to be even worse. That's a 6 to hit. So that's going to miss. And then he is going to bonus action try to hide, as these are cowardly people. That's better. So that's a 20 to hide. So this guy disappears and runs somewhere into the darkness.
Yeah, don't worry, that's 11 higher than I can see.
That takes us to this last one behind the pillar. It sees how armored Gladio and Briar are, and so he doesn't want to get engaged in melee combat, so they're actually going to step back here behind this pillar and then fire at distance at Briar.
Okay.
That is going to be a 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. Got the wrong dice out. That's going to be 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And then he is going to bonus action hide. And also gets a 20. I've rolled 3 16s in a row. That's crazy.
Wow.
And that guy disappears as well into the darkness. So you only have these 2 available. And that takes us to Bella. This guy got stuck in the pillars. He's right in front of you with his pike embedded into the stone floor at your feet. What are you doing?
Bella would approach, still tears kind of in her eyes, and she would overlift her maul over top of her head, and she would slam down at the guy in front of her,
Okay, make your attack.
specifically his head. Does a 15 hit?
Ooh.
A 15 hits.
Oh,
14.
that's the wrong chat.
I'll do necrotic.
Okay. That is the one that was previously damaged by Rosio's fantasy gun. And gets completely obliterated. So, Bella, as you're in this emotional rage, and you see this individual in front of you, and they have a face that looks very familiar to you, as you see a face from your past, that somebody who tormented you, and it fills you with rage as you swing your weapon. How do you want to finish this guy?
As my maul head would hit the side of his temple and, let's just say pop his eyes out of his socket, I'm going to have the barbs around the head of the maul constrict and wrap, and I'd like it to also cut into his face quite a bit as well, kind of like a barbed wire chainsaw.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that tracks.
I
Gruesome.
think he's dead.
Stop, he's already dead.
And you hear a voice in your head, Bella, as you do this magical attack with this new weapon that you have, this new power. As you just hear, "Did you like that?"
Wow.
That was weird phrasing for me. Out of context, very weird phrasing. This guy's dead.
Well done.
Okay, Bella, anything else on your turn?
So Bella hears this voice.
Yes.
Internally, she would ask why.
You don't get a response.
Then I would. Was anyone hit? Was Briar hit by a ranged attack previously?
Yeah, Briar took a shot. It's like, got me between the plates. God damn.
I would move closer to them and end my turn there.
Okay. Fantastic. Briar, it is your go.
Yeah, I'm going to take that torch I grabbed off the sconce and throw it in the general direction of that guy who shot me with the arrow. just gonna throw it and be like, dickhead!
You can either just give me a D20 test luck check to see if it's close enough to him that you find him by chance, or you can give me a attack roll with disadvantage with that.
I'm gonna do the D20 the luck test.
Okay. Give me a D20 luck twist.
Come on, we got all the bad rolls out of the way.
Come on, let's do it. Oh my god, it was so close to being a 19. 9.
I understand.
It wasn't about the number. It was about odds or evens. And in my head, I said odds. So it was gambling like roulette version style. So with a 9, you throw this, and you throw it in the complete wrong direction than you intended to, as it bounces off a pillar. So it bounces off this pillar, and then it bounces back in this direction over here. And you can see this guy is standing over here as this torch ricochets, appears at his feet, and he just goes, "What the fuck?"
I'm like, you! And I'm gonna use my movement to get it right into his face, and I'm just gonna take my sword out, and I am just gonna be like, hey, how you doing? 14 to hit.
14 will hit.
Damage, that is 13 points of slashing damage, and if you were hit with a creature with a long sword, the creature has disadvantage on its next roll before the start of my next turn, because of my long sword sap ability.
It's great.
Incredible. That takes us to Mel.
Yeah, I think I hear Rosio say something about pillars, and I'm looking around, I'm like, pillars. I can try to do something to figure out what's suppressing the magic.
Investigation or Arcana.
I will do Arcana. Ooh. Oh, that was almost...
Yo, you are killing it.
Ooh, nice. Very nice.
Yo, Mel is killing it today. Holy shit.
He's an old man. He knows his stuff.
That honey's hitting. You need to share some of that with
Honey
class.
is hitting. Yeah.
He's over there swinging his maul, sucking on one of those bears.
Where were these in our Greek campaign? Oh.
I mean, I have to balance it somehow, right?
That is fair. Yeah.
Incredible. With that, with a 23, Mel, you're like that developer or IT guy that's been with the company for so long that they can't fire you even though you refuse to really go to work because you know so much. And you actually probably helped make these runes and make this, as you just walk over to a panel and go, oh yeah, okay, yeah, classic. I remember this. It's been about 40 years. But you think you can probably figure it out. You think that the pillars actually have the runes, but beneath the statues are the power sources. So you could either try to shatter the runes, and that will give you the ability to cast magic within 5 feet of that pillar, or you could try to cancel the power source to the 2 pillars around it, which would grant you a larger radius of potential magical effects. And
I'll go for the power source, yeah.
Okay, going for the power source. Okay. You could either give me a sleight of hand check to basically do the equivalent of arcane cutting wires and do the right work, or give me a straight strength check to just bash shit up.
I will definitely do the sleight of hand check.
Okay.
And question about the antimatter. Would I still have, would Pollinella still be active, or would she have been, whisked away?
I mean, she's a real bee, right?
So can I use, for Pollinella's turn, can I have her give me the help action on this sleight of hand check?
Absolutely.
There you go.
I'm gonna do them 2 separately.
I could have also given you, but I'm not close enough to give you the help.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I also could help you.
Thank God, Pollinella. Well, not as good, but we'll see.
The DC was 15. For level 2 characters, your guys' rolls are solid.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Hey.
Okay.
So you
Mel,
say.
You see underneath the statue, you can do... You do it. I'm sorry, I had a loss of words. You do it. You cut some wires.
Yeah.
Your bee dives underneath the statue, and there is just the equivalent of wires, where it's basically just intricate chalk work on the stone that seems to be connecting these pillars. And you can see that there's some sort of buried root, like a flower, that seems to be powered with some sort of energy that wires through this entire space. And you see which one connects to these 2 pillars, and you're able to have Pollinellus fly in there and point out exactly which one is the right one to cut, and you're able to reach in there. And what do you cut it with? Like some garden shears? You are a druid.
Yeah, I think that is a cool flavor. Yeah, I'll do a little actually, know what I would do? I have a dagger, but I'd probably flavor it as one of those knives that you use to scoop honey off of honeycombs.
Okay, yeah. You have one of those, and you cut the power. So there is a very minor allowance of magic in the small space around Mel for the time being. And that is your action and bonus action.
I look at Polly and I'm like, oh, using our old tricks against us, eh? And then I look at this warrior and I'm like, come back here. So how far does the magic forbidden field extend now?
It is 5 feet around the pillars. So it's just like those squares directly around it.
Perfect. So I'll stand. So here would count?
At
the base of the pillar.
Yeah, we'll go off the base of the pillar.
Cool. So I'll stand there. That's my turn.
That takes us to Rosio.
Thank you, Mel. Magic.
Solve that puzzle fast.
It's these 2 pillars, or?
Yes.
I will move my character. Actually, could I roll a perception check to see if I can see them?
Yes, but if you're doing a active perception check, that would be a action.
Yes. That's fine. I'll actively hunt him.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I'm going to lucky that. God damn.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
I'm about to say use another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, not great. You did not find him.
I can cast magic if I'm next to the pillars. How far does that extend, though? Like,
You basically gotta be right by that pillar.
no, but as in like for casting a spell, like how do attacks work?
Oh, why don't you just try and see what happens?
Okay,
You seem
fair
to be
enough.
making some good deductions, though. I'll tell you that much.
Fuck it. I quicken cast entangle in the area where he was.
Oh snap!
Okay. And that is a first level spell, correct?
Yes.
Okay. That's all you have access to. I don't know why I'm asking. Go ahead and give me a spell casting check. So your spell casting modifier, go ahead and just roll that.
Learn quickly, old boy. You're gonna make a good prince and king.
Finally.
Absolutely fantastic. You are able to cast the spell without issue, and you're able to keep it in an area where magic shouldn't be allowed, but you're able to channel in this space and basically just transmute it into that space. Okay. And you don't know exactly where they were, but how big is it? Like 20 feet?
20 feet.
Yeah, and he already used his movement, so no matter what, he would be caught in it. With how big
14
it is.
strength.
Okay.
Or wait, no, 16. I say DC is 16.
That is going to be a 16 exactly. A 15 plus 1.
Damn you.
Wait, you quickened, right? So couldn't you have increased your DC by 1 and then cast the spell?
No, because innate sorcery is a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And quicken is a bonus action.
Uh,
I wouldn't have been able to do both.
Yeah.
But
While you
I have a
do
question.
not entangle him, you do hear him start to break out of it, so you all would know where he is now, at least.
Let's go. Hopefully, I
Yeah.
roll better.
hey, at least I did something.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that is it.
That takes us to Gladio.
Get him,
I'm charging
Gladio.
him. Hopefully, I roll better. Yeah, this is an area of no magic. Stab. Let's go.
hell yeah.
That'll
Yes.
definitely
There you go.
If I try to use magic, would that use my spell slot? If I fail to use it?
No.
Or mana? Cool. And you said it's so 6 damage. And what am I rolling?
If you want to try and cast a spell, then you can go ahead and just roll a d20. If you get a 20, it can go through.
I got a 9. Yeah, he took 6 damage.
6 damage.
And he has disadvantage on his next attack.
Okay. As you approached, he used a reaction to attack you. He got a 21.
That would hit.
Okay. That is going to be 7 points of damage.
Let's go 6 health.
Okay. So he stabs into you. Anything else on your turn?
That would be it.
I think the two guys next to Briar and Gladio are going to move away. So go ahead and take opportunity attacks if you would like.
I'm being so wimpy.
You know what they say
Of
about
course. Of course.
This is an 11 hit.
Both those miss.
Ah!
Their cowardice makes them very hard to hit. And then both of them are going to bonus action hide.
Oh my god, stop hiding!
That is going to be... Yeah, they passed the DC of 15. So they both are hidden, and then they're going to take out their longbows and fire at... they're going to run away a little
They're
bit more.
straight rolls, remember?
Oh! Yes, you're right. It's straight rolls.
They're both sapped.
I can't sneak attack. It's so frustrating. And they're so cowardly that they don't have somebody engaged. They do. The old man.
The old man.
One's gonna shoot the
Yeah,
old
they would.
man.
Yep. They can get sneak attack on a normal roll if they're within 5 feet of an ally. Yeah.
That's a natural 20.
Oh,
God damn.
I gotta
No
take a photo
way.
of that.
Oh wait, I'm in a magical thing. Silvery barbs that shit. Fuck out of here.
Shit,
You're
okay.
slowly on Prince.
Go ahead
boy.
and roll me another spell modifier check with your charisma.
Oh my god. 14.
14 will pass. You just gotta
Yes.
beat 11, so that passes.
Nice.
You are able to cast that simple first level spell, Silvery Barbs. He's gonna re-roll, and you can give somebody advantage on their next roll. Do you want to give it to one of the bad guys by chance?
Absolutely not. I will give it to Prince Gladio.
Cool.
Much
May-
worse. But they got a
Yes.
17.
17. So I will use my reaction to cast shield.
Yes! Magic!
Go ahead and give me a spell check.
Oh, yes.
DC
Who needs-
11.
Who needs spells? Who needs spells at level 2?
The
passes.
squishy mages.
So yeah, that shield goes through, and you block this attack from this arrow that shoots right at your face. You completely dodge it. This other guy is going to fire at the one who just chainsawed his buddy's face, at Bella. This will be a flat roll.
Hilarious.
Thank you, my prince.
That's a natural 18,
Of course.
so a total of 22 on Bella.
Yep, that hits.
Okay.
These cowardly folk
wow.
will not take any.
I rolled only a 1 on the damage dice. That's going to be 3 points of damage.
Min damage.
Could I attempt to Hellish Rebuke?
You are not close enough to a pillar to attempt to cast a spell, unfortunately. Well, I guess in general, yeah, you can try, but it'll have to be a nat 20. So go ahead and make
Come on.
that luck check.
Come on.
Hello.
Come on.
No.
It doesn't seem to go through. I guess I'll roll too. Nope. 19, very close though. This last guy next to Mel is going to... You're shielded. You just dodged that attack. He wants to get away. So he is going to run away and do a similar thing. Mel, if you want to take an opportunity attack, you certainly can.
For sure.
Up running chicken.
Be as good because I don't have Shillelagh yet, but okay. 15,
That'll hit.
3 damage.
3 points of honey knife damage. That could be that could infect them. You know, that could be bad. And then they pass the DC for their stealth check. They're going to fire at.
They would have advantage.
They would have
Anyway.
advantage. I'm just gonna roll a D6 and not count a 6. And I'll just go left to right to see who it hits. That's gonna be a 3. So 1, 2, 3. It is Bella. Actually, no. Left to right would be Gladio. So Gladio, you're gonna take this shot at advantage. That's gonna be a 19.
Barely misses.
Barely misses. Tink. Okay, fantastic. So that guy misses. All these people are visible. They popped into hiding, but they are running away. That takes us to Bella's turn.
I'm going to make my way up here, and I'm going to make an attack.
No, my kill.
Oh, it seems you still got a chance. I will end my turn there, giving advantage to anybody that can flank it.
That takes us to Briar. You're standing
Yeah.
next to your torch that you threw. If you want to pick it up again, if you would like.
Nah, I have kind of an idea where the guy's at, and I'm just gonna rush him. Come on, there we go. That's what Daddy is talking about. That is a 19 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
That is 6 points of slashing damage, good sir.
That guy is the one you already... Nope, that guy has not been hit yet. Oh no, he has, because you did 13.
Yeah, I did 13 to him earlier.
So he went, in my head he went from being like, I'm fine to, I am severely fucked. Still standing, but severely fucked. Okay, anything else on your turn?
You know what? I got new stuff. Let's action surge. Let's stab him again.
Okay, incredible.
Ooh.
You say that, I just rolled another 19.
Incredible.
That's 11 points of slashing damage. He's done. He cannot be existing after this point.
he action surges to shit his pants as you stab him right through the stomach, and you stab this cowardly Begonia soldier. How do you want to do this?
I basically, because I would assume he still has a spear, right? And he's kind of attacking me with that.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to do the thing where he thrusts it, but I grab the haft of the spear, and I just kind of pull my sword out and just kind of like stick him in the stomach really quickly. It's like, yeah, distance ain't shit when you're up close, buddy. And with the action surge, I just kind of want to push it all the way through him.
And as he's bleeding out, you can see he puts his hands up and he's trying to apologize and be like, please stop, no, please stop, as you just drive it deeper and deeper. Anything else on your turn?
No, that will be it.
You see at this point the door right next to you, Briar, as you finish killing this cowardly Begonia soldier. Someone more your speed steps in as you hear somebody kick in through the door who is holding the body of a Begonia soldier who seems to be running through that door towards you, Briar.
Uh-huh.
And you see this cowardly Begonia soldier running out of this door. And you see a hatchet with a chain attached to it thrown into the back of the head of this Begonia soldier.
Holy shit.
Pulled back as you see stepping through this doorway is this massive, dark-skinned, long-haired, gold embroidered with like their hair with braids filled with bits of gold. And you see this tall, strapping man that's more your speed, Briar, as they step out. Cowardly Begonias. Always running from a fight. Steps out, sees you. Reinforcements, huh? As he just roars and then is now entered into the fray.
Oh shit.
Top of the round, Mel, as you see this enraged, seemingly foreign soldier that you haven't seen before is in this space.
Well, I look back at him like, I couldn't agree more, these cowardly Begonians! And I'm like, you get here! Do I get the sense now that, not to be a one-trick pony, but if I cast Shillelagh here, then move up, will it stay up or will it dissipate?
We'll say it stays up at this point.
Hell yeah. Alright, I slam giant honey dipper down, it starts shimmering with that golden glow, and I'm like, come here, and I bonk this guy on the head with help action from Paulina. Alright, 18 to hit.
Yep, that'll do.
So that'll be 8 force damage.
Nice.
Okay, incredible.
And that's my turn.
Okay, that guy is still standing. Okay. That takes us to Rosia. What are you doing?
I am going to activate my innate sorcery. And you'll see vestiges of flowers all around Rosio. He is going to cast Chromatic Orb. At advantage. 13.
Oh, then that will just hit, actually. Go ahead and roll a spell check.
Thank
which is,
goodness.
spellcasting modifier, DC 11.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Much better than the attack roll. Okay. Great. I didn't think I'd make it this far. 3d8 thunder, go! 13.
Yeah, you see this guy next to Mel, who is trying to, like, just back away, and then backs away up against the statue. And Rosio, you can see that he's up against a metal statue. How do you want to do this?
Oh my god. I hit him with the chromatic orb. It slams him into the metal statue so hard. It's kind of like a gong going off. And then he's just like standing there rattling as he falls to the ground, just completely a pancake from being slammed against that metal so hard.
Incredible.
Nice.
Too bad it didn't bounce to our other friend, but 3d8. And I think that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Make sure you mark off that 50 gold.
Oh, cause no, it's a diamond with it's not you don't consume it. With the chromatic orb, you mean?
Oh, I thought it was
It's a-
50 gold per cast.
No, it's a diamond worth 50 gold. You just use it to channel the spell.
Oh, okay. Damn, that
Yeah.
spell's powerful as fuck. I thought you had to spend 50 gold each time.
No, and I love it. It's so fucking broken.
It really is. Incredible.
Please, Watsy, don't take this from me.
Oh, just everywhere's going to be anti-magic from now on. You're lucky to have
No.
B to put things back. Incredible. Anything else on your
Thank
turn?
you. No, that was it.
That guy's dead. That takes us to the last Begonia soldier who's next to Bella. Oh, wait, no, that is now Gladio's turn. Sorry, my
I
friend.
am trying to figure out, does Lay on Hand get canceled by this anti-magic field?
It does seem magical. You're not applying like herbs to yourself or something. I think it's a magical effect, even though you're not casting a spell.
Oh, I mean, it just says your blessed touch can heal wounds. You have a pool of healing power that replenishes. As a bonus action, you touch a creature and draw from the pool of healing.
Draw from a pool of healing. But where does your paladin power come from?
Exactly.
Mhm.
You're not too far from the pillar.
I mean, I was reading it. It doesn't get canceled out by deity power. Oh no. Where would it come from? I mean, with the subclass coming up, technically, I wouldn't necessarily say it's faith. But,
Then, in that case, go ahead and just give me we'll call it a charisma check. We'll call it a DC, the same DC everybody else has been doing. You could either not roll at all and go south towards that pillar, or you could roll and it will be a DC 15.
cool.
Yeah, fantastic. So yeah, I will allow it, as it is less faith-based due to your character. Gladio, how's it look then? How is your lay in hands look at this moment?
It's probably empowered by my faith in the crown that was soon to be on my head.
You see this barbarian foreigner with the crown of your father on his head.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh shit.
well,
So I think
I know.
I think you enter a rage in a way.
Yes. Yeah, they're my faith in my cause is now empowering to basically draw on an internal strength, I guess. I'm healing up 10 points. And while I would love to be smart to go after the barbarian.
Okay.
How far can I move?
You can throw your spear
Yeah,
if you
I'll-
like.
Well, I don't necessarily. I'll have a backup weapon, but I have to drop my shield to use it. Since it's not a spear for turning, I am not going to throw my spear. And
You do see
I
at
will
your
sla-
feet is the begonia body that this guy slashed with a hand axe in it, attached to a chain. So if you wanted to pick that up and throw it at him, you could. It
Cool.
would be a strength throw instead of a finesse weapon, but you do have that at your feet.
I'll take the attempt to throw. I'll slam the shield slam against the shield. I will reclaim that crown from you and throw it. 14?
You see he lets it hit him.
Oh.
Cool. That would be, I think, 3.
Okay. You see it stabs into the chest of this individual as he just goes, "Aye, thanks for giving that back to me, boy. I'll be returning it real soon." As he takes it out of his own chest and starts to lick the blood off.
Oh, shoot.
Freak!
This Begonia soldier, as it comes to their turn, is going to... he's just as scared as this guy as you all are. And so he almost looks to you all like, "Should we all fight this guy together?" As he looks to you, Bella. That's a great threat. I swear I'll be on your side.
Bella would just look at him, void expression, tears in her eyes, gripping her maul, and just waiting to see what he does.
He's gonna run
I
away.
would say surrender.
He sees the look in your eye and he goes to run away. He's going to take the
That was
disengage.
the wrong choice.
He's
That
going to take
was
the disengage
worst
action and then run away as far as he can over here. And then he's going to take a shot at. I'll do another D6 roll to see who I hit. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's too far, so I'll re-roll. That's going to be Mel. He's going to shoot at you as he runs away.
Again?
For only a 11, so that's going to miss.
Yeah.
He should have dashed.
You should have.
We should have.
That takes us to this barbarian who sees this Begonia soldier. "Aye, you whelps are supposed to be under my realm, under my reign, and you run! These fucking cowards!" As he looks to you all. "Finally, somebody with some gruff in their neck." As he looks to you, Gladio. And he is going to run up to you and take out a much larger axe and try to hit you over the head as he goes to take a swing. He is going to...
Yeah, I got like 2 hits in me, and then I'll be down.
Okay, well, let's see.
I'll be fine. I'm tanky.
He gets only 13 to hit. He swings super wide.
I bat it with my shield.
Ah! And he can't do anything else. So that is his one big attack. And that takes us to Bella.
Seeing what's happening, Bella would move towards the pillar and attempt to cast a spell. I'm going to raise my maul up, and I'm going to allow lightning to surge from the tip of the maul as I throw a fairly long lightning bolt towards our barbarian friend. I'm going to cast Witch Bolt.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. Give me a spellcasting check with your charisma. 17 will do it. Then go ahead and make your attack roll.
10.
A 10 will unfortunately miss, but it is still affecting him.
I will attempt to bonus action. No, I can't. 1 spell per turn. And my turn.
Okay, that takes us to Briar. You see this guy charge out after killing a Begonia soldier that seems to be one of his own men, and you're behind this statue. What are you doing?
I'm gonna bonus action use second wind to get some HP back. 3.
Is crazy.
Yeah. Hey, but you know it's better than nothing, right, guys?
Yeah, 3 is better than nothing, honestly.
And then yeah, I guess I am going to Boromir charge this dude, and take a whack at him with my my longsword here.
Okay.
6 damage, and he is sapped.
Okay. He is sapped. Fantastic. That takes us to Mel. You and your bee have successfully removed the anti-magic area in that space next to Bella and Rosio, who seem to be taking advantage of that. What are you doing? As this guy shot at you and ran away.
I look at him like, "Not so fast, you boy, you Begonians!" Cowardly as usual. And I smack him with my honey staff.
Okay.
Cowards
And
do not deserve to live.
That's help from Polly. So it's a 19 to hit. And I made a... There we go. So this I made a custom thing so it shouldn't roll like both types of damage and confuse everyone. So there you go. So that's 5 force damage to him. I look at Bella, Rosie, how are you two looking?
I'm fine.
Bella's just staring at the barbarian. She's bleeding slightly.
Bella, would you like some of my pollen, or you think we should hold out on that?
She would wave her one hand at you as she's focusing on the barbarian.
Noted. That's my turn.
Okay, Mel, as you approach this guy, as you entered his space, he took a reaction attack, and he got a 22 to hit, which I believe would hit.
Ooh. That would. But I will use my reaction to. Wait.
You're
No,
no
that'll
longer
still-
next to the pillar.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, so that'll hit. Yeah.
That'll be 9 points of damage then,
Gotcha.
as he stabs into you as you approach. But you still whack him over the head, and he is looking quite hurt. And he's got his head on a swivel, looking towards the exit, just trying to get out of here.
Oh no, you.
Okay, that takes us to Rosio.
I will be casting a nice thorn whip at the boy. So 21
Oh,
to hit.
Go ahead and give me a spellcast check, as it is outside the radius of this pillar.
11.
Passes. The DC for a cantrip is just 10. So fantastic.
Oh, nice.
It goes through. Nobody
Yay.
rolled low.
hey,
Try not to sound too disappointed. 2 piercing, and I pull him 10 feet closer to me.
Okay.
Nice.
He's not having a great day.
I would.
anyone
hope
is.
No, you're right. Nobody's having a great day today. That takes us to Gladio. You're flanking against this individual. What are you doing?
I'm stabbing, of course.
Okay. Go ahead and stab.
4 damage,
There you
and
go.
I'm attempting to use magic.
Okay, go ahead and roll a
No.
d20. Nope.
I got a 5. And he is double sapped.
Okay. That is unfortunate for him. That takes us to these Begonia cowards. This guy, I'm just gonna roll d20 to see how inspired he is to keep up the fight. A 4. He is not really inspired. You see, he is going to disengage, and as he leaves, he gets basically to the edge of this map, so he's still here. But it will just put him at the edge of the map. He is going to take a shot at Rosio, since you tried to pull him back in. So he sees you as a threat. D20 roll. That's going to be a total of 14 to hit.
Wow, it hits.
Okay. Oh, that is going to be 10 points of damage. That was max damage.
Oh my god.
Their cowardly tactics have their merits sometimes.
Clearly, you wimp.
Okay, that takes us to this guy who is going to Whirlwind Strike.
Ah,
And he's double sapped, so he has disadvantage on both these attacks on both of you. But he is now damaged, and when he's damaged, he has advantage on attacks and is allowed to use Reckless Attack ability. So they're flat rolls. First one on Gladio
yeah.
is going to be a flat 4, so that's going to miss. And then the one on Briar would be a...
Technically, sap can only be applied once. So,
Well, I love when people help me. Okay. The roll was reversed, so the total was 17 to hit Briar, which will miss. I believe.
Yes, that'll miss.
Okay. He swings around. He's looking not too damaged, but he is being sapped by you two. Incredible. So he can't do too much, surrounded by you both. He's going to try and move to get to a better vantage point. So you see he's going to back up to the wall, so both of you can take opportunity attacks.
Okay.
does this count as still flanking him as he tries to leave?
When he exits your space, he is no longer flanked by that point.
Dang. Nope.
So we'll say
Man.
he's in the doorway. It's different when I do it. When the Begonias do it, it's cowardly. But when I do it, it's tactical.
Okay, that's
As long as you're not running away, get
yeah,
back here.
but I get him good. That's
Okay.
17 to hit with 13 damage.
Incredible.
All you hear is Rosea say, "All that muscle and you're still a wimp."
What's the range on Witch Bolt?
60 feet, so it drops. That's just what I was checking, unfortunately.
Aw.
Oh, it drops when he exits the range of you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, unless I was a sorcerer and used extended spell. Ugh.
Unfortunate. See,
It's distant, though.
it was on purpose to get away from that witch's spell. Bella.
Oh yeah, sure it was. Wimp. You're too stupid to know it would have ended.
So Bella, seeing Rosio get hurt with an arrow, she will
I'm-
say, "Sorry."
I'm severely hurt. You see, Rosio, as he made those comments, he's like bleeding out.
You look like I am. And then she will take out a salve, and she will attempt to apply the salve to your wound where you were shot, using my healer's feat in order to heal you for your hit dice if you choose to use it. +2.
Oh, thank you. And I catch him, and I'm like, who is him?
She doesn't answer.
I can roll 1 hit dice, right? Because that lets me use my blood well to give myself 5 sorcerer points.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Oh,
That's why I love this
interesting.
thing.
What a weird
gotta be-
semantics with the rules. Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
There's
Unintentional happenstance.
Incredible.
Probably like,
Rosio, you are sitting in this space. It is pure marble floors. But the area underneath these pillars seems to be powered by roots, by plants. And you just feel the smallest little bit of clover reaching out with a little bit of this cotton ball-like flower as it just kind of wraps around your hand as Bella heals you. And a bit of the nature, even in this depth, with no lights, with this little hole that Mel made into this patch where it seems to be there's some earth. Something is growing to reach you.
Nature always finds its way.
And that takes us to Briar.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna follow this guy and take another slash attack at him.
stabby.
Let's come on. There we go. That is a dirty 20, and that is 13 slashing damage. As you see, just Briar just kind of like turn and just kind of just come across his chest.
You're good with that sword, boy. Ah, Graminus, huh? One of those little whelps.
Oh,
And as you say foot whelps, Briar has a flashback of like when he first joined the Gramercy, like stuff like that, where like the youngest guys are the guys who hold the shields in the shield wall, and like the first guys who whenever the enemy hits the shield wall, they're like sitting there and their job is just to sit there and hold. And it cuts back to his face, and he just the resolve, and he's like, keep talking.
I'll rip you out of the ground and I'll bury you there, boy.
why were you running then?
Disregard that. Incredible. Anything else, Briar?
No, that'll be it.
Okay. Mel, that takes us to you. You have this guy running away from you.
Always running away. It won't change a thing. Taste my honey. Definitely gonna be a top action from Pollinella. Nice. Be gone, you fool.
Stop running.
Yeah. He turns his back at you, and you see Pollinella stops him in his tracks and stings him in the throat. And you see his body starts to like swell. Oh, fuck, I'm allergic. And Mel, how do you want to do
You're
this
allergic.
as he stops?
I think as his throat is swelling up, I take the heavy-ended part of my honey dipper staff, and I'm like, "Oh, trouble breathing? Let me help you with that." And I whack him straight in the throat so he doesn't have to breathe anymore.
Oh my god!
His trachea
I was like,
is obliterated.
Sick. So I'll use my 20 feet to get back here, and then bonus action. I don't think I can do anything, so that's my turn.
Okay, Rosio.
Having been healed, he thanks Belladonna, and makes sure she's as okay as she can be, still crying. And he'll run over 5, 10, 15, 20. Still staying by the pillars, his lifeline. With 5 sorcery points now at my disposal, I'm gonna take 2 of those and create a spell slot. And with that spell slot, am I still getting the sense that he's trying to run? Or is he
He
or
just
is he
went
done?
for a better defensive position so that he wouldn't be flanked. So he could
Ah,
hold up his
okay.
door and just have 2 opponents in front of him versus being attacked from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating.
It's tactical.
It's sure, wimp. A chromatic orb. I need to check that. 18.
An 18 will definitely hit.
Yay. 10 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
10 damage. Bypasses
Boom.
his barbarian resistances. Okay. That takes us to Gladio.
In the room he's got his back to, that's also anti-magic.
Yes.
I think I could move to flank him, but it's technically off of that.
Yeah,
And,
he's blocking the whole doorway, so you'd have to do a athletics check to push past him.
Never mind. And then I will do a stab.
Okay.
17.
Yeah, that'll hit.
8.
8 points of damage. Okay. It comes to this guy's turn as he hears, "What was that, little boy?" As he looks to you, Rosio. "Did you say something? Did you fucking say something?" And you see he rages, and he pushes Briar and Gladio away like you're nothing. Gets a nat 20 on his athletics check as he pushes past you, and it's just, "Did you fucking say something?" As he's running full speed at you, Rosio. He stops here, and he's going to take a throw with his hand axe. It would be at advantage, but because he is sapped, it's a flat roll. That's going to be a 16 to hit.
Actually, we would have had advantage since he's recklessing.
Oh, yeah. You definitely, on your opportunity attacks, you would have advantage as he runs away.
Oh, nice.
I shield that.
Okay, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead and roll me a spell check to see if you beat a 11.
Nope.
Then that fails.
How do you do?
Wait, can I use my last lucky point for that?
Do it, do it.
Yeah, indeed.
Thank God I'm human. All these feats are so helpful.
You know, right?
What was that score? A 15, yes.
Okay, so you try to cast shield, it fails. Then that little bit of clover that is just coming out of that hole, you see it turns into a whole vine as it reaches up and grabs the hand axe out of the air right in front of your face and drops it down as it almost kind of boops your nose a little bit before receding back into the ground.
I love nature. Isn't it
Is
great?
your critical attack damage, is it 2 dice or 1 max and roll the dice?
For me, I doubled the dice.
So 2d6?
Yes.
Cool.
Nice. Did you crit him?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Sorry, I was just trying to figure out the numbers look weird.
Oh, I also wanted to say that as
Okay,
terrifying as this man is charging towards Rosio, Rosio stands on 10 toes and is like, "Yes, I did, wimp."
Sadly, that's just 5 damage.
Okay, and then Briar, did you hit?
Yeah, that's a 15 to hit, and it's 7 points of slash damage.
Okay. You guys are wearing this guy down for sure.
That was
okay.
terrifying, though. Did you fucking say something as he just
Yeah,
joined
yeah.
that was,
I
that
really
was
wanted to roll
terrifying.
a second nat 20. I'm like, ooh, I got a nat 20 on the athletics. Let me fucking get you right back, Mr. hiding behind a goddamn pillar. With
I'm
your-
not hiding behind the pillar. I'm next to the pillar.
Right.
There's a difference.
And-
You ran away.
I don't know what you're talking about. That takes us to Bella.
Oh, God.
Okay. What I would like Bella to do is I would like her to move into melee with this gentleman.
Oh, snap.
And in her eyes, there will be so much rage that I don't think you can fathom what 100 years of festering pain can accomplish. as she puts all of her force into this attack. And I hope I roll a nat 20.
I hope you do too, after that description.
Fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my god! Let's go!
Blow him up.
The
And
universe
I'm-
knows.
Eviscerate him.
Oh, sorry.
And I'm going to do psychic for this.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
From the back, I'm just commenting, I'm like, oh, looks like Bella has a grudge she's trying to get out.
I believe that would be 11 plus 14, so 25.
A measly 25 points of damage.
Psychic.
Psychic damage. Bella,
25.
you approach this guy who throws his hand axe at Rosio, and he looks to you. What? You're gonna say something too? What are you gonna do with that little fucking stick you got there?
Instead of smashing him really hard, I would just like to gently reach out and touch him, like just touch his head with it.
Ooh.
He goes to swat it away, but something about your item just makes it so he's unable to deflect it. He goes to grab it, and it just shreds around his hand. And your weapon, like, it's like if you were to get your coat caught into a wood chipper, he puts his hand to block it. His hand is the coat stuck in the wood chipper as it begins to shred and pull his body closer to it as it gets up to his head. How do you want to do this?
I would like it to completely eviscerate, wrap around his bodies as these black thorns and vines just serrate and cut him to bits like 1,000 paper cuts.
You just see a mass of blood and body parts from this homely, sweet, elven woman who is crying and enraged. And Bella, as you look down, you see in the blood, written in black ichor, a gift. And it just says a gift. And you see coming out of the body of this person you just eviscerated, you see darkness and red and blood begin to pool into a body above his fallen corpse as you begin to see spectral wings and some sort of massive creature begin to stand up in the blood and the bile of this body. Would you like to describe your mount?
Ooh.
Sure. Rafflesia, the smell is what first gets your attention. It smells like rotting meat
Oh,
mixed with like a
God.
really sickly citrus smell. Almost like a corpse flower. As a four-legged, dark, black, and purple, kind of rotting looking almost, horse with Pegasus-like wings walks out of the, or is transformed from this pool of blood. Approximately 6 feet tall, female, let's say pinto horse, but black and flower looking.
Bella, there's more to you than meets the eye.
Clearly, that was amazing.
And I think
And
with that,
terrifying.
we will go ahead and take our break.
I'll leave you with that for a moment. Fester with that.
Incredible
Nice.
called Nat
God.
20.
Yeah, that was the perfect moment to literally roll a nat 20.
Dice
I
rolls
can
going.
sometimes do it. It's just that stroke of luck, like the flip of the coin.
Hi everybody, BellsOnBoots here again, and one thing I wanted to address in this campaign that I haven't yet is the fact that I made homebrew subclasses for almost every player except for Malicious. So we saw at the very end of that combat, I had to reward that nat 20 and that how do you want to do this? It was just too cool not to add some more flavor to it. So that is what happened there, is I let Belladonna have access to her 3rd level features of her mount, which is part of her Dark Flyer subclass, which is a mixture of melee and ranged magic, really cool warlock stuff that we'll be seeing features moving forward, especially in next session when they officially get access to their 3rd level subclasses. But I wanted to explain why that felt kind of like they knew what was coming. Was not planned, I just had to really support that nat 20 and that cool moment. Beyond that, Briar took my Guardian Fighter subclass, which reduces damage. They get access to plate mail, right away, just part of the subclass, and some other cool stuff that you'll see. Rosio took my Blood Bloom subclass, which is infusing blood magic and nature magic as part of being a sorcerer. A lot of cool stuff that I did there. And then Gladio with the Pegasus Knight, which is a dex-based paladin subclass where they get access to riding a Pegasus. So you'll be seeing more of that next session, but I wanted to explain that moment and, what that was about. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the session.
Oh, I'm here.
I'm back.
I apologize for the scream that I did when you rolled that nat 20. I fully yelled as loud as I physically could. I leaned away from the mic, but I don't think that helped.
It may not have gone through because I know sometimes Discord cancels out high frequencies.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I full on screamed.
Love it.
I also yelled and I started clapping.
I could feel it too. I'm crossing my fingers for it too. This just feels right. Start the descriptions as we move on. You killed this guy. Good job. What do you do?
You would see Bella embrace Rafflesia, and just start sobbing, sobbing into what appears to be potentially a long-lost friend.
You see it nuzzles into your shoulder, and it does what it always did when you greeted it when you were younger. It just rests its heavy, horse-like head right on your shoulder, and just give a little whoosh.
A smile would slowly creep across Bella's face as something almost uplifting is... she's expressing a better feeling than she previously was.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, but I'm unsure of what just occurred.
You did just see a horse come out of a dead body, out of blood.
Yeah.
And now she's crying with joy, as if it's a good thing. So yeah, that is alarming.
Yeah. I don't want to say concerned, but I'm very perplexed. Yeah, I'm vexed, perplexed, and all of these things at the same time. Even more concerning because one of those things was being written as the world fell on us.
Yeah.
So I'm very much just perplexed, looking like, why do you have one? Why are you happy you have one? And why did it spawn from the literal remains of another person?
Bella does not reply. She just continues to enrapture with Rafflesia at this point.
I think I walk up, seeing what's going on. I've seen. I'm shocked, but I've seen shit in my time, so I think I go up and I'm like, Bella, I know you mean well to us. You've done us a great deal of help so far. Tell us, do you recognize who this man was? I know you came from afar, you came from away. What is going on here? Do you have any semblance what's going on?
Have I ever seen this man before?
Not this individual person, but you recognize them to be not from Bloomvale.
They're an outsider.
Would he have dropped the crown?
Yes, it's scattered onto the floor, a little dirty, but still there.
I
Prince, I believe
would grab
This
it.
belongs to, or sorry,
Yeah.
King. I believe this belongs to you.
Yeah. It's a little premature there.
Technically,
Little too soon.
Yeah.
technically, I am not king, but my father had developed some kind of sickness that he probably was not living more than a month. It's not new for me to become king, but it's not something I wanted to become this way.
Do you pick it up? How does it feel as you approach?
I pick it up. It probably feels heavy in my hands. Maybe not physically heavy, but it is emotionally, and it's a heavy responsibility and what it would entail.
You turn your back towards the door that you and Briar stand next to, where this individual came from, and you look further down another hallway which leads to a secret room where the Concord of Blooms was held, and you know what's on the other side of that door. All of you likely know what's on the other side of that door. As you hear grunting and just and you hear a woman just clink clink. No. As you see coming out of this hallway is Cauldra Grievegrass, who has fully picked up one of these berserkers, similar to the one Bella just snuffed from existence, and has fully picked him up and is running down this hallway and then throws him to the ground. She doesn't have a weapon, but this guy has a huge great axe. She slaps it out of his hand, kicks him, puts him in an armbar, snaps his arm right in half. You see bone poking out. As you see her take that bone, fucking break it over her leg, and stab him in the throat with it.
Jesus Christ.
I give a little clap.
She gets covered in blood as she looks to you. And she immediately is like ready to keep fighting, and she just hears noises, and then she sees you, Briar.
Yeah, and I'll run over to the commander. My lord.
Good. Someone's alive.
I'm here. I'm here.
There was a loud shaking. What is happening above us? You don't look good.
Castle's been hit by something. There was 2 figures in the sky and Black Pegasus, wyverns. They summoned the meteor swarm, and the city is just in ruins. We hurried back as soon as we could, and what's going on? What? Please, I'm lost. Please tell me what we need to do now.
We all are. Your orders are to... What of Pinea? What of the princess? Where is she? Did she...
Princess is on her way to Pearl, Commander.
I fear for her safety.
I do, too.
We know who holds that.
I do, and it's very close to you know who.
Indeed.
Voldemort?
She starts to speak, Briar, to you, but then she looks to the rest of your comrades. Do you trust them?
With my life.
And she looks to Gladio. Prince Gladiolus, I'm glad to see you are safe. I bear ill news of your father. He fought bravely, but he's back here.
I assumed so when one of the barbarians ran out with his crown.
I am sorry I could not keep it with his body. I have failed you. I am sorry.
At least he would be happy knowing there are at least some survivors from the attack.
As am I. And she looks to all of you. This is meant to not leave this room, but we are at war again. The Concord of Blooms was nothing more than a facade to get some of the most talented military minds together. They took an attempt on my life, your father's, and Romadeo, the house leader of one of the house leaders of Rosatia. Both of them are dead, and she looks to you, Rosio. I bear ill news for you as well, young man. Your stepmother and stepsister, they were alive last I saw them, but King Blogged Begonia did abscond with them.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
For what purpose?
I do not know. I assume likely for ransom against your father.
No.
Or
This
some
is
sort
not
of
well.
leverage, I imagine.
Oh no.
Our attackers seem to be from Begonia, our brothers in Bloomvale. They are traitors, and they are to be executed and not trusted. Any one of the purple and petal and the pink and the pearl are to not be trusted and to be killed on sight. She looks to you, Briar. Is that understood?
My lord.
Good. I don't know for the rest of these attackers. I assume they might be from the troop that the Concord of Blooms was called for, the Wyvern Lords. I don't think any of these men look like royalty, but they are not of Bloomvale, and I assume they are another threat, for some reason working with Begonia. I am concerned as to how they got down here, though. There was only one entrance.
I'm assuming
Did someone let them in?
everyone who... Yes, I'm assuming someone has let them in.
Yes. Unfortunately, there may be a traitor in the midst.
Indeed. I trust you, Captain. And you see she kind of tilts her head, pauses for a second. That was the High Priestess Aurelia, and you could see she received a sending message, it seemed. There are armies marching on Graminus as we speak.
We must return home.
I shall return home. You must see to the princess.
Yes, that I will. With my life.
Offer you no troops, but you said you would trust these people with your life?
That I would, my lord.
Rosio. Prince Amaryllis. I apologize. Actually, that's not something that's known in the world.
Yeah.
Rosio. Steward.
That's why I put quotes. Prince.
Briar's like, wait, what?
Yeah. Because like you guys would know, but like most people don't know because they never made the announcement because my stepfamily would always annoyingly make something come up right before I would get announced. So I'm a secret prince, but not by intention, by annoying intervention.
We all forget I said that. She looks to you. Just a normal guy from Ambrosia, a steward. You are the court wizard, I believe, sir.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Well, your royal family is in danger, and I believe Hyacinth, the princess, was also heading to this fort. Will you aid my captain here?
Of course.
And what say you? And she looks to you. Melicius, long time. Good to see you still.
In a while. I see you're still breaking, Commander, better than ever.
Indeed. Perhaps we can break cookies at a later date, but for now, can I ask for your aid as well?
Of course.
And and she looks to you, Bella. Interesting.
Bella would point toward Rosio. I will go where he is going.
Even more interesting.
I appreciate it.
She about faces to you, Briar. I must head back to Graminus.
He looks very hesitant because he's very... He wants to be there and fight for his homeland and, be the person that he has been trained to be. But he knows deep down, in his heart that he would, like he says, with his life for this princess. He knows what she represents for Gramercy, and, if that's what his commander wishes him to do, he will do it, and he will see it done to the best of his ability. And if it is with his life, he will see it done.
What does Briar's shield look like at this moment?
Well, Briar, it's a heater shield, so it's that that rounded triangular shape. It's just a simple shield. It's nothing fancy. It's battered iron around the rim with some brass bolts and stuff like that. It's made of one of the few trees that grow in Gramus. It's made of that wood, and it's just a simple wooden shield. There's no decoration on it. Briar is not ostentatious about most things. He's more practical. He was told to paint his armor green and gold and blue, and that's what he did. But it's just a simple shield. It has a lot of dinks, a lot of chip marks. Look like it's been repaired quite a few times. It's like him.
You see, she looks to your shield and to you. It's a nice shield, soldier. I think I might need that one.
What's mine is yours.
She goes to this weapon locker where it seems like they locked up all of their weapons before going into the main room. And you see she takes out from this massive locker a shield of her own. I think I would like to borrow yours.
My lord. I hand her my shield, and I'm like, I see that you're without a weapon, Commander. Sword of axe.
I think I'll need an axe.
And he takes his battle axe off his hip and hands it to the commander.
Better for chopping heads.
That it is.
And then she turns to you and has this massive kite shield that you've never seen her without. And she hands it to you. I think you're going to need this more than I do. Take the one-woman army. You can change it to man if you would like.
One-woman army? Oh my god.
And it's this massive kite shield. It's heavy, but you think with some training, you should be able to wield this thing okay.
Nice.
And then she goes ahead and starts walking out of the space.
Before she walks out, could I quickly kind of grab her hand and be like, Commander, if you could do me a favor, with Romadeo dead, I have no word to get back. Helfridi, he's doing his best to do what he can with the roses, but please, if you could do an old man a favor, get word back to Rosacea. Tell them we're at war. Get the floors ready. Get the houses ready. Please, could.
I can do that. She walks away to the sound of heavy clanking metal of armor plates pressing against each other. You see one of the cowardly Begonia soldiers is still moving, reaching a hand up, and you see she just takes the butt of this axe that Briar gave her and just bonks him.
I love it.
What do
Oops,
the rest of you do?
my bad.
We would like to go find my father's body.
You go into the Concord of Blooms, this room. I don't have any tokens. And you see your father slumped in a chair, no longer breathing. Blood seeping into the chair, into his robes. But you do see, as he is sitting in this chair, you see he has a hidden blade that was hidden in his arm. And you can see a dead Begonia soldier in his lap.
Why not
Going down
swing it?
fighting. Yeah.
And when you get up to him, you can go ahead and give me a perception or medicine check.
17.
17.
Nice.
You investigate his body, and you can see that he has a stab wound, like he was definitely injured, but he didn't die from wounds of combat. It looks like he died naturally after the fact. Like, almost...
A sickness claimed him.
sickness or some sort of heart issue. But he died killing somebody and trying his best to maintain peace as you look over his body. And he's not
Respect.
grimacing in pain. You see his head is slumped back with a gentle, like, sorrow in his eyes.
We'll take the soldier's body off of him. I'll close his eyes. And I'll carry him out of here.
Is there anything we can help him out to make a litter for the king?
I don't know what that is. Please explain. Sorry.
So when they carry out a body out of a fight where the two sticks and the canvas sheet and stuff like that is?
Oh, right.
That's a litter.
Yeah, you could definitely
So,
make
like-
that from like the cloaks around here and fashion
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I'm gonna help the prince, and I'm gonna, I would assume Briar's had some experience, doing some ad hoc casualty evacuations.
Yeah. And
So-
there's also the house leader of House Gallica, the Red Rose, Romadeo Gallica, who is not in a chair. It seems like he was backed into a corner into the room, and you can see multiple stab wounds into his body, and he slumped against the wall and bled out, it looked like. And you can see that the people that did that are no longer living, and you can see multiple broken bones. It seems like Cauldra was able to catch them before leaving.
I think I give a knowing look to Prince Gladio, and I say, "Your father made the right decision, passing the crown down to you. You're going to fill his shoes perfectly." I walk over to Romadeo, and sorry, Chase, I forgot to explain last time. I also wear like this corsage of flowers, multicolored flowers, green biggest in the center, and all the other colors of the other houses. So as I walk over to Romadeo, I pluck the red flower off my corsage, put it directly over his heart, and I say, "We will sort this out for you." I look down at the green flower, and I'm like, "We will find Ari," and I walk out with Prince Gladio and assist with this procession for his fallen father.
Anything else from anyone before we exit this scene?
Bella would walk forward and look over the scene and the murder and just shake her head and mumble under her breath. Anybody who would like to make a perception to hear said thing.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Everyone is like absolutely.
We're
Everybody's leaning in.
30?
Everybody's leaning in like
mm,
I rolled a natural 20, but I got a -1.
Incredible.
She would say, "Those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it." And then she would
Oh.
turn around and walk out.
very, very cryptid.
I'm getting she's very
kind
old.
of is a cryptid at this point.
I'm here just like trying to decipher, and what I get from that is old. She was around during the first battle, or something that happened then. Guessing she knows
Thanks.
something.
Makes sense.
I think so. At this point, we've clocked the brooch that she's wearing, right, with the purple roses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys did a pretty successful history check, and after some time and just making that connection, Roseo, that you just did, you would recognize it to be the crest of House Nightshade, a noble house that was the very prominent house in the Shade Vale War.
That's the crest of House Nightshade. I knew it looked familiar.
It is
where
it is the house that Ambrosia used to run Ambrosia. It was not named Ambrosia at that time. It was just the Kingdom of Nightshade, the Kingdom of Night. And after the Shade Vale Wars, the house was completely dismantled, and a new kingdom replaced it with a new name, and new families replaced the noble houses there. Ambrosia and House Amaryllis being one of them.
Interesting.
And the plot thickens.
The plot truly thickens. There's more history here.
Man, we got so many. We got a varied cast.
Yeah, we have a prince now king,
Not
quote unquote
technically
prince,
king,
like a king, prince to become king, because now you
yes.
are to be king.
Mhm.
We have a previous kingdom elf who is wielding some interesting magics. We have a amazingly spry old man, who is incredibly strong. And then we have Captain Briar, who is honestly what I imagine Link would be if he spoke. You're what I imagine what Link would be like if he actually spoke.
Makes sense.
It gives me that kind of vibe. I love it.
You exit this space and you begin crawling up the spiral staircases back towards the first floor of the castle of Crocosmia. You can see that there is still wailing in the streets. You can see a massive amount of tents have been set up for medical centers, but they're being occupied by soldiers in pink. You can see that a mini force of Begonia is starting to take over the castle of Crocosmia and the city itself. You see pink tents popping up everywhere, and you can see they're helping people. They're going around and they are, granting aid, but you don't see very many Crocosmia soldiers around.
Okay.
I think
Not
we need
good.
to leave
This
the
is
city
not-
before we are noticed.
They probably assume the royal family's taken out and are secretly trying to occupy it, I'm assuming.
You walk
Vince, what would you
past... Mel, you walk past that soldier when you first walked into this space that was being attempted by the Begonia soldier when you first entered this space. And you walk by that same body that hasn't been moved. And you know the signs of a piercing weapon. And you can see a small, very needle-like stab to the heart as you walk by.
I look over to the rest of them and I look my eyes over towards the body. I'm like, that soldier was alive before and he's not now. And he was surrounded by Begonian soldiers when I saw him last. We should get out of here. I look to the prince, Gladio, and I say, I want to respect your wishes for what would you like to do with your father, but I do fear we need to make haste.
You could either find, like, a little inside the castle, a little catacomb. You could place your father and have a little ritual and farewell, or you could try to take him outside of the city and do a burial in the grasses.
As much as I want to give my father the proper burial, if what we think is happening, we don't have the time. So, I think we are going to have to get out the city as quick as we can. We do need to make a quick stop to the stables. Or the royal stables, if anything.
Bella would get on Rafflesia and start to fly. She would reach for your father's body.
I have my own. That's why we need to get to the stables.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's at the back of the castle, which you could go through some gardens towards this back space. And there's like a little, I think I described it as a helicopter landing pad, but for dragons. So I think your mount would be back there. So you're free to, you can go get it. There's not any soldiers back there at this moment. They're preoccupied with other things. As you all make your way back there in this moment.
Wait,
there's-
is the dragon still there?
the dragon
Or did he
is not
fly
there.
off?
Dragon's gone.
He flew off. He didn't die though.
Yes, he flew
Praxis.
off.
Okay, good.
He was just a taxi service and dropped you off.
All right. Want to make sure the dragon's okay.
Gladio, as you all walk back into this courtyard that seems relatively unscathed, and you have a moment where you walk back here, and if you don't turn around, everything's fine. The garden is beautiful, the birds are chirping, and you have to just shake your head, and then you turn around and just see the castle that isn't there anymore. And you shake your head and you walk towards the stables. Would you like to describe your Pegasus?
Yes, I will describe my Pegasus. A little larger than a horse. It's got a gleaming white coat, and on the wings, they go from like a gleaming white to very slowly into like a shadowy gray color. Well, let's back up. This is Melius. Call him Mela.
Yes.
Mela. Incredible. And they seem totally fine. Undamaged. Definitely spooked. You can see that they've been trying to escape like the stables. You can see scratching. And when they see you, they seem to just neigh in excitement and relief in a way.
I understand, Mela. We're gonna get out of here soon.
Can your Pegasi take one extra? Both of yours?
Yeah, yes.
I
if
wasn't going to ask, but I was going to need a ride.
Yeah.
I look at Roseo and I look at the captain. I'm like, well, you hop on one, you hop on the other. I wild shape into a spider and I climb up onto the captain, and I'll be like, I'm going wherever you go.
Okay, you're like on his shoulder pauldron, and he looks over and he's like, oh, yeah, I forgot you do that, Mel. Oh boy.
With my father's body, Mela can take one more, at least for a short distance.
Yeah, that's fine. So are you taking your father's body with you for a period?
Yeah, well, as much as I want to bury him around the castle, I don't think we really got time for that.
Yeah.
You have a moment where you look across the river. There's a beautiful knoll, a meadow of wildflowers, full of crocosmia that is growing in the riverbank. And it's just a spot that at some point your father had taken you to just watch the villagers do their farm work. And he taught you how to set a line and a hook and do some gentle fishing. And there's just a spot where there's a little royal family cabin and this little area next to a river with a beautiful amount of wildflowers that was mostly kept secret, like a little hidden vacation home that you could go and run off to. You know your sister often spends a lot of time there, much more than in the castle. And you see that in the distance.
Will lead us there.
I have one more piece of business before we go. I quickly jump off. I start weaving a very quick web in the garden, and I'm gonna leave a message in Druidic, intended for Helfredi, saying, we are going to meet Roseo's sister and the princess Pinea at the Pearl Fort. If you get any information about who and where Ari was taken to, send information to me there. And I hop back on the shoulder. I'm like, ready to go?
For the sake of brevity, you all exit the city. And Bella, as you fly away, you just keep getting some light in your eye, and it's really annoying as you're starting to fly. As the bell, the shining gilded bell from the Church of Saloon, the light just keeps catching it and reflecting into your eyes.
How far away in the distance is it?
You're flying away from it, like it's to your side, and it just hits you like once or twice. It's probably at this point like 200 feet.
Would you allow me to cast Expeditious Retreat upon myself and take the dash action to get down to that space to see if I can quickly swoop down and grab a piece of the bell if it is damaged in any way and a piece of shrapnel has fallen from said bell? I would like to try to take a piece of the bell of Saloon and then fly back up.
Absolutely. It's weird. It must have been really hot in the sun. It kind of burns your hand a little bit.
Oh no.
I would like to pocket it for later.
And then it just starts to feel warm.
Toasty.
Okay. We'll say, for the sake of brevity, you make your way to this little cabin / little brook in the mountains outside Crocosmia. Before we end our session, Gladio, would you like to maybe describe how you send your father off? Do you do like a Boromir down the river send off? Do you bury him? Do you plant a tree where you bury him or something like that? It is entirely up to you.
I probably would do the plant a tree where he's buried, because even if time passes, the place of it where the king who kept the peace for as long as he could, that is the tree of where he now lies.
As you plant the tree, Rezio casts Druid Crap to help the seed start growing, and it starts sprouting immediately.
Briar reaches down through his armor and pulls out a little like brown sack that's like on a little like leather thong, and he walks over and he opens it up and he sprinkles what looks just like a little bit of dirt, and he's like, just a little bit of home. And he gives a salute to the king, to the king's grave and stuff like that. Looks to the prince and he's like, "I'm with you."
We can take a bit of time to rest. It's not well known of the summer house, at least not to the average people. More like noble people would know about it, but we should have some time to take a bit of a rest, gather ourselves,
Nap time.
and then what was it? We got a princess to save?
That we
Or
Rezio, as you stand by the grave, you go to take a step, but it feels like you're rooted to the soil. Like a bit of mycelium has gone through your boot and is locking you to this spot.
I am stuck, it seems.
You
And
take
I
off
look
your-
down at my foot.
You take off your boots.
Sure.
You touch grass, as we all should.
Ah.
You ingrain yourself to the soil, and it feels like it's asking something from you.
What is it asking?
It's just asking.
I give it. Unsure of what it's asking, but I trust nature.
As you put your hands into the soil, right where this grave was freshly dug, and as you put your hands in, it feels so draining but beautiful, as a bit of your own life is sucked into the soil, as you begin to feel the earth itself start to pull you in just a little bit. Not enough to scare you or to feel like you're going to get sucked into the earth, but just to root you to the spot. And you begin to see every flower you've ever seen in your life begin to bloom around you. You see in the shadow of the hemlocks above the cabin, you see beautiful shade-loving ferns appearing. You see snowdrops appearing in the shade as well. You see beautiful wildflowers and sun-loving, wildflowers that just appear in the sunlight around you as you just invigorate this entire ecosystem around you. And that little sapling that Gladio plucked from the earth and reburied and planted here, you see its roots dig deep. You can just sense it, as you can see the trunk of it begins to twist and spire around and begin to grow and split into multi-stems as it begins to grow and grow into this not adult cherry blossom tree, but a beautiful large tree. And it's exhausting.
I love it. Oh, I imagine.
You take a point of exhaustion from your 3rd level feature.
Woo!
And you get that right back as part of your long rest. You successfully do that feature, and it just asked of you for it. And you can see that it begins to grow around your comrades, almost to protect them as well as protect you, this little bit of nature. And all of you can watch this steward do some pretty interesting druidic magic. And Mel, you're as surprised as anybody, as somebody who practices this type of magic, to see a non-druid do druid stuff.
I was gonna say, I'm like, the roses, my boy. I'm old. I've seen things, but never in my life. How did you learn that?
To be quite frank, I don't really know. It just started happening one day, and I've kind of gone with it.
My God, you lot never fail to surprise me.
But I'm glad that I was able to do something in memory of your father. He was a great man.
I appreciate it.
Oh, Bells, I was also gonna ask. I wanted to be kind of like a play on the situation that no one knows that I'm like royalty, but everyone still knows that they're my siblings, but they haven't put it two and two together. So they're like, your sister, but you're just the steward. And I'm just like, okay, they haven't put two and two together yet.
Wait a second.
That would be really funny. Oh my God.
Several weeks in a tavern far, far away. We're like, wait a second.
Exactly. It just clicks at one point.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to hide it. Like, I'm not being secretive about it. I'm just like, no one's brought it up, so I'm not gonna I'm not going around being like, I'm the prince.
You wish the world knew.
I wish, but I'm not gonna go out proclaiming it. It'll come when it comes.
Incredible. Gladio, you see this, all these acts of remembrance to your father. Briar's dirt and spreading of seed. Rosio's accidental blooming. And it just, it's what he would have wanted. Simple, peaceful, beautiful.
Indeed.
And that is where we will end our second session.
Wow.
Yay!
Yeah,
Huh?
man, when I was gonna be royalty, I didn't expect my father to get murdered. But it's also
Immediately.
yeah. But I also kind of figured something would happen.
Makes sense.
Me too, Chase. I walked into session 1 being like, I want my nephew to be the leader of the house, and then I'm like, oh shoot, he's been kidnapped. Great.
Oh my God.
I'm
that's
now
hilarious.
technically king, but with the maybe occupation of the Cap Kingdom, I
You're
can't really go proclaim
king-
it.
king in exile.
King in exile.
Yeah. No, I'm Prince King Gladio.
You're clean gladiator.
I'm a prince because I haven't been kinged, but also king because I'm next in line, and also I still don't know if my sister is dead.
You are the crowned prince.
That Cauldra is a cool NPC too. You've got a mix. Either your NPCs from Graminis are literal wet saws, or the coolest people ever.
Pretty much.
She's basically Ronda Rousey in medieval times.
She's like,
She
wait a
was a
second. Wait a second. She just opens the door, just punches somebody in the face. She's like, and continue.
I love the one-woman army. That was hilarious.
Oh, that's the best name for a shield.
Yeah.
You can leave it as is or chisel it yourself. It's up to you.
No, it's gonna be one woman army.
Nothing would fit it better.
Exactly.
I was not expecting the House of Nightshade House. Is that what they're called?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to be from Rosacea. I was not expecting them to be the previous leaders of Ambrosia.
That was really cool.
Bella said she left.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's more to uncover.
There's a lot.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm thinking on a lot of things, and I'm like, there's some deep backstory there. We'll uncover it eventually.
Yeah.
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 I love that we're all being
I hate
secretive about something. Like, there's something for everyone to discover.
Yeah, what's your
Yeah.
secret, Briar?
Yeah. Yeah, what's yours?
I have to sleep against a wall